I did an episode with Karina Sayward.
Oh, hell yeah. That's where I saw it. Yeah, I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Because I asked her who's like some of her favorite muralists from the 757. She said you was one of. Oh, let me get my angle right. Hold up. Oh.
Dude, hell yeah. No, Karina's like the best. She's like, man, the bee's knees for sure. Fuck yeah. I was like so shocked. I was like, oh my God, that's my name. I was like, what?
Yeah, we've only had, that was our second episode with her. Oh. We've only had 2 muralists on, I think. It was her and D. Kane, I want to say.
You had D. Kane? Yeah. Oh, that's fucking lit. Hell yeah.
I just saw him the other night at this Halloween at this Halloween party too. I went as Wayne's World.
Wayne's World?
You know what that is?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I just got hip to Wayne's World like this week.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you just saw it?
So I've seen him before, like growing up. Like I've just seen like it online or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I never watched the movie. So I didn't know what it was about. Oh. And my girl was like, yo, you could be Wayne's World for Halloween. And it's crazy how our lives are so similar. Like that's kind of me from a parallel dimension. Like Wayne's World, Off-World. He always wears black tees. I pretty much always wear black tee. Oh. He has a show in his mom's basement. I do a show in my mom's backyard.
Fuck yeah.
So I was like, what? How have I not seen this sooner?
That is so funny. Wow. What? When Worlds Collide. Hell yeah.
Yeah, When Worlds Collide. I think you're doing a Halloween show, right? Isn't this weekend coming up? You have this is next month. SuperHigh Small Biz Saturday Market.
Oh, yeah, that's
at the
coming
Annex.
Up in Norfolk at the Annex. Yeah, we'll have some music. People can grab drinks and food. We'll have about like roughly 20 creative vendors. Yeah, shop local, support small.
Yeah, I say the same thing. It seems like, sometimes people don't want to put money behind local stuff.
They're so quick to go on Amazon and Temu. It's crazy. It's like, what? Yeah. We're right here.
Then you get things happening like the MacArthur Mall shutting down.
Oh, my God. It's so sad what that is. It's like a graveyard.
Yeah. It's not like that in Newport News. Like, I'll go to the Patrick Henry Mall in Newport News, and every time I go, it's packed.
Is it really?
But whenever I go to MacArthur, it's, like you said, it's a ghost town.
Oh, my gosh. It's so funny how everything's becoming an art gallery, which isn't bad for me. I'm like, fuck yeah. But it's like, now it's a museum.
What's became an art gallery?
All of like the empty units and stuff. It's like they'll put up barricades and then they'll have artists paint murals. I have a mural down there too. And then like the empty units too, they'll be like, here's like more art. Here's a temporary gallery. And you're like, okay, all right, that's cool. I mean, all right, what's happening though? Mm. Yeah, hopefully the city turns into some kind of mixed use building. That'd be really cool, or space.
Yeah. It seems like the city and like local businesses do like hire local muralists for a lot of stuff. I know D. Kane does a lot of stuff. I see Corinna doing stuff everywhere.
Oh my gosh, they are everywhere. I love them so much, especially D. Kane in like Richmond. I'm like, oh, everywhere.
Bro, I've seen him on like 18-wheelers, like school buses, like just random stuff, size of buildings.
Dude, total pros for sure. They're rad.
Do you feel supported by the local city and businesses as a muralist?
I feel like more recent years, most definitely. If you were to ask me the same question, maybe like, I don't know, 5 years ago, I'd be like, hell nah, it's cold out here. Brr. No, definitely more businesses and more people are showing up for public art, which is really cool. Yeah.
What do you think has changed? Or is it maybe like just you weren't getting these opportunities 5 years ago or other muralists? Or has it really like changed as a whole for everybody?
I want to say almost a whole, because now it's like once you keep pumping out public art and people see it and they'll start getting ideas. They're like, ooh, I want that for like my business, or like, I know a guy who knows a guy who would love that. And then like they're like, but what about for my house? You're like, oh yeah. So like I feel like the more we just like reintegrate more public art, more people are starting to open up to it and be more like readily ready for it. Even with like pricing too. I feel like that was a hang up back in the past, but now you tell someone like, this is how much it costs. They're like, oh, okay, cool. Word. Let's get you in there. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, no, I feel like it's slow but sure. We're definitely still a small pond when we compare ourselves to like, I don't know, Chicago. But I like to think we're getting bigger. We're getting better. Yeah. Public art.
Like, what's the pricing like? If let's say at the level you are, or like a artist at your level, if a business wants you to come and do something there, like I know we can get into different stuff, but you just did a mural at a skate park that opened up in Virginia Beach.
Yeah,
Like if somebody is coming up and they do art and they really haven't had those opportunities yet, like how would they know how to go about pricing?
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like, so it's different for everybody, but I feel like if I'm talking about me personally and like the creative groups I'm in and I know, like we typically start at like, probably like the average for America as a country in whole. It's like, I want to say like roughly $15 per square feet if it's like a really simple design. But then it obviously goes up in price the more intricate, the more like bigger it is. Definitely depends on size. Depends on if it's outdoor or indoor, and how difficult it is to get to it. Do you need a lift? Do you need scaffolding? Do you need a ladder?
So is that 15 per square foot? Is that like that's labor?
That's yeah.
And they buy separate, like they buy the material, the paint.
So that's where it comes in. For me, I feel like I can just cover materials with just that because then I already have leftover from stuff. But I feel like other people charge separately too. Like it's that plus materials, depending on like how far in the game you are.
Honestly, I feel like it's kind of a low price.
Really?
15 per square foot?
That's like basic low, like simple design. Like if you could think of like base colors. I don't like something like something simple.
It's a lot of everything is mainly colorful.
I'm darting around. I'm like,
it's like, can you draw this Ricky Bobby thing for me?
Right? No, he would be high end. So much detail.
No, I mean Ricky Bobby's not a cheap guy. It's it's high dollar design right there.
Luxury
design. So you do a lot of stuff. You have a bunch of events that you do, and I want to get into all this. And you make a living off doing this right now, right?
Yeah, I've been working full time since 2020.
Okay, we'll get into all this, but first, I guess, take us back a little bit. How does this journey start for you? I mean, like you just like drawing as a kid, or like how do you end up to where you are right now?
It probably, I don't know. I feel like I was always drawing on walls and getting in trouble as a kid. But then high school, we had friends and we'd hang out in our friend's garage and we'd just kind of like play around with paint markers, and then like we'd buy spray paint, and then we'd just be like, well, let's go swing by some businesses. And like, you know, there was like Woods Corner, which was like a really blank shopping center, very boring. And it was just like doodles everywhere. Really nothing serious, nothing crazy. But I feel like that was like the opener. I'd be like, oh, why does this feel good? But like, you know, apart from
illegally just
like,
tagging
like
businesses?
Creatively almost. Because then you're thinking about the next wall. You're like, ooh, what are we going to put up in this spot? This one looks pretty blank. What can go right there? And it's just like, how much time do you have? Like how long can we sit there? And then we got to get before security comes. And it's just
I said, this sounds illegal.
Oh, yeah.
So this started out as not a sanctioned thing that people are paying you to do.
Oh, you know, yeah, back then it's just free public art for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For the community.
Did your stuff get painted over?
Oh, back then?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, it's been years and years. The new generation of kids are in, and that's so awesome. I'm stoked for that. Yeah.
So you're getting spray paint with your friends, illegally tagging businesses. Did you have like a what do people in graffiti call it? It's not a name, but like what's?
Oh, like a handle, tag? Like a writer's name?
Yeah.
No, nothing that serious. Honestly, all base level, super novice, just like, here's a little dick. And it's like, but it's a really good dick. And you're like, yeah. That's kind of how it started off with.
Yo, what the that's hilarious. It's just like this fucking super hyper realistic dick just on the side of the building.
It's very detailed. And you're like, we worked really hard on that one. And it stayed up for a good week or two. We're like, yeah.
I'm weak. This reminds me, I just watched this movie on Netflix called Vacation. Have you seen this?
No.
It's with the guy from The Hangover. I think he's like the dentist. I think it's him. But it's this part where somebody tags their car and actually like puts a dick on it, and then him and his wife are like trying to clean the dick off the car, and he's like wiping the shaft, she's wiping the balls, and just like this wide angle shot. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, the shit there. So that was high school when you were doing that.
Yeah, that was the inkling. That was the beginning of like, oh, I kind of like this like creatively too, like drawing and coming up with ideas and things. And then it didn't really pop off until I had to get serious. I went to college.
For
art. At first, I didn't know what I wanted. I was like, I don't know, fuck it. But then it kept going back to like, well, high school, like art class was an easy A. And it was like something that kept my attention. I was kind of okay at. And I was like, well, we might as well try hard. And then we did. And it was really great. And because in college, I mean, bless, if you can get scholarships and have anything like pay for tuition. It's like you get all these classes, you try new foundations, like new mediums, and you meet a lot of really cool people too. Yeah. And then you just get more inspired. Yeah, I think from there it was like I definitely knew that I wanted to do something in art. I just didn't know at the time what it was.
Well, I guess for average people going to college for art, what is a job that you can get in that field when you finish college? Because it seems like you're more of a freelancer now.
Yeah. So I'm a small business, woman owned. I do murals. I sell my own artwork. I do commissions when I have the time. I feel like as soon as you get out of college, it really depends on like your medium, like your major, you know, so like graphic design, boom, easy, commercial stuff. You can usually, if your portfolio is good, you can get set up with an agency. You can work very small scale for local businesses, small graphic stuff, anything like flyers and things like that's a given. That I feel like is a little bit more for sure. When it comes to like painting and stuff, another resurgence that's been happening besides like murals and stuff, sign painters. That's definitely been on the rise. People wanting more hand painted signs, which is really cool.
What kind of signs?
It's like, you remember like old vintage painted signs you would see like Coca-Cola, like before they started printing on actual like materials and substances, it was all like hand painted by people. Okay. So I feel like that's been happening.
So like Coca-Cola would hire somebody to do a hand-drawn painting for their sign.
Back in the day, I feel like nowadays it'd be like small businesses for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Another thing too would be like, like if you're in woodworking, you would definitely want to set yourself up with like a shop that deals with wood. Because then from there, a lot of people can just commission you for projects, certain things. It'll start off as basic at first, but then I feel like with more of a portfolio, the more work you do, the more free you get to be later on about what you can and can't make or like what kind of work you take from people. That's another thing. It's really all about finding your community. I think as soon as you get out of college, if you work in a certain kind of field, find that community, get super deep into it, and like really just hang out and talk with people because one thing leads to another. And like, that's the easiest way of finding gigs right off the bat when it comes to being an artist. What they don't tell you in college is like, you really need the drive or else it's like, they say what, like 80% of us in the art department they just don't do art after college. They just, you know, stick with some kind of like menial job or, you know, they work at McDonald's or like they work at like Uber or something or Amazon. It's just like, oh, damn.
Well, I don't know the stat, but I feel like it's probably like that for most degrees. People go to college. Maybe look that up, Karen. Look up,
that's kind of curious.
In America, what percentage of people that graduate college get a job in that field? I was talking about this to my brother recently. Like, he's 20. He's in college right now.
Nice.
And I forgot what, I think his major right now is in like social studies or something like that. Right. Something like where I feel like he won't get a job after. And I'm like, bro, like you got to... Like, I feel like going, because I didn't go to college. Right when I graduated, I kind of went into construction and started doing became an electrician. Oh. But I'm like, bro, if you're going to go to college, don't waste your time. Like, no, I already have an end goal. Like, I'm doing this major and I'm working towards this job. And like, while you're in college, you can take the other steps necessary to get that job when you finish, like maybe an internship or networking, finding your community. But art, I always say, like, I feel like anything you do creatively, I'm sure you did get some benefit going to school and learning like the formal education and maybe the history of art or whatever it is. But I think for me, most importantly, like whatever creative thing you do is to just be doing that thing. So like, I don't know, maybe you can give me your perspective, but like, I don't know if it might be a waste of time for a lot of people to go to school for this creative field when it's like, you really should be spending time like figuring it out for yourself and like your style and all that.
Oh, so that's interesting you say that because that comes up in a lot of conversations in our creative groups where, it's so going to college is great for the fact that, one, a lot of the people you meet there are probably people you're going to see out in the field. You're going to collaborate with them at some point, or it's your professors giving you an in on a gig. And then from there, you kind of branch off. But other than that, like, honestly, to be like a visual creative, like working with art, it's like you can learn a lot of this stuff by like YouTube school, TikTok school. You really just got to pin down like what is it that like just doing enough work to find your style and then figuring out, okay, well, I want to make it this way, or I want to make it like this with this material, then it's like, yeah. No, yeah. You really got to like hone in on what you want to do specifically. But it's not impossible. It's a lot of people choose the self-taught route because it's like more affordable and it works out for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube University. It's a real thing. But it goes back to what you said, like you have to be driven. You have to, it's not going to be somebody like, forcing you to learn this stuff where you're going to get an F. Like you have to actually love that thing and be driven and teach yourself, which it's easier said than done. Some people learn differently. Some people need somebody like teaching them. There might not be like self-taught people, you know. He looked it up. It's approximately half of American college graduates are working in jobs that do not require a degree. Well, that's not what we asked. By the way, 52% of graduates are underemployed a year after graduating, while nearly 85% of graduates are employed or continuing their education within 6 months of graduation.
Dang.
This doesn't necessarily mean their jobs are direct use of their degree. I don't know. I just feel like in 2025, college is not as important as it was 30 years ago. And I've even heard of like CEOs like Elon Musk. I think Elon was talking about this. Like they don't really look at education like a formal education like they used to. It's more about the experience and like the personality type you have. If you're a go-getter, if you're driven, like you can go to school and like kind of know the education, but when you get in the field, it's different. You mentioned earlier what was really important that you think is finding your community.
Yeah.
How'd you find your community?
I got like crazy. I like to call it crazy girlfriend energy. I feel like in college or whatever, you'd always go to parties and stuff and like hang out with people and then go to brunch the next day and you're like, wow, where are we? Why are there so many hipsters? What's going on? And you're like, this is so artsy and cool.
Wait, what college did you go to?
ODU.
Okay. Is it filled with hipsters at ODU?
No, not really. I feel like that was more like the locals living in like Ghent, Norfolk, and you're like, what's happening? What is this? There's an arts district? Really, yeah. If you can find that community, I found it was so like super easy to go through social medias. So like, bless Facebook back in the day, but no more Instagram now. It's like finding like, oh, this person did this here, and like, who paid them, or like what happens here, or like what's this spot, or like what, just go show up to like all the events, any events, whether it's shows, exhibitions, pop-ups of some sorts. And it's like, that's probably like the best way I could say is finding a creative community for sure. In any kind of city, really. Some might be tougher than others, but they're there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you finished college, you're finding your community. Did you get a job right after college? Like what was that transition from going to just like making art to getting paid for it, to making a living off of it and not having to have another job?
Oh, well, that didn't... Being full-time as an artist didn't start overnight. That definitely took years and years. I've had like a lot of day jobs all under the sun. Hospitality, fast food, retail. At one point, landscaping. That was weird. But yeah, no. It started off, I feel like what really like got me into it was like last semester. One of our professors we had for a class was like, oh, the city's looking for summer artists. Could be worth trying out for or not, don't care. And you're like, oh, wow, that sounds like an opportunity. It was really just checking out something that I thought that I wouldn't get and just applying for it. And then I got it. And then it kind of worked out from there. I was the summer artist, I want to say for 2016 for the city of Norfolk. And they had me paint a mural alongside these high schoolers. And from there I was like, wow, once you go big, you can't go back. And I was like, this is it. Murals, public art. But then after that, it was a lot of getting like low ball, like, murals that didn't really cost much, or it was like trade services. There's this one, they were like, we'll trade you a flex desk at our place and you can use the restrooms and then we'll just get a free mural. And I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds about right.
Wait, what's a flex desk?
In some of those like co-working spaces, that's like a giant like office building, basically. A flex desk isn't you renting out an office space. It's you just like paying a subscription to just set up your laptop on an open desk somewhere or an open surface in that building.
Okay.
Flex desk. That's like the cheapest like alternative to like just
working
renting.
Space.
Yeah.
So they gave you just like a flex desk for life?
No, just for while painting the thing.
Just while painting.
It was
and they're like, you're allowed to use the bathroom
they
too?
were like, you can use the bathroom. We might have sodas in the fridge. And I was like, oh, cool.
Wait, it's like, who's getting the shit into the stick here? Like, wait, what?
Right? But it worked though, because a lot of the murals I got were low paying and like very similar to that. But it was like, once I did the first one that paid the gig, that started the inspiration, the spark. And then I was like, okay, well, I just need to build up a better portfolio so people would want to pay me what my art and style is worth. So then it was just, from there, lining up the jobs, gig after gig, really just having the drive and chasing every day of like, where's the next opportunity? Is it local? Does it need to be out of state? Can I drive to it? Like, that's all those things. Yeah.
Have you done out of state stuff?
Have I done out of state stuff? I want to say no, not yet. It's definitely one of my goals though, for sure. Yeah, no, I think the farthest I've gone out is probably Richmond, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're actually going to Richmond this Sunday to do a podcast out there.
Oh, same.
So when you did that first one for the city of Norfolk for the summer artist, so like before that were you thinking about being a muralist, or that opportunity kind of just put that in your head?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I never would have thought that was an option. I feel like, I don't know, college could have done better at trying to give you like, this is a list of all the things that you could do with your skill set and your degree. And it's like, you didn't really get that. So you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do after grad. But yeah, no, it kind of just it was on a whim. It was one of those like, oh, some people might apply or not. And it's just like, well, you might as well try, even if you think you can't get into something, just go for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I guess these days for, the murals you do, are businesses and like people mainly hitting you up, or are you writing proposals to people? If you are, how does that work? Like if somebody's listening, like how do you go about proposing to a business that like you want to do a mural there, if you've done that?
Yeah. For me, I feel like it's like 50-50. I'm at the point now where people just come to me and I'm just like, ooh, can I fit you in my schedule? Can I book you in advance? I think when it comes to the other way around, we call it cold calling, where you approach a business. I like to do the whole, like, I take a picture of the wall. I kind of like sketch out something really rough, something like, this could be a really cool mural for this wall. And it'd be like, this is like a range price for like this amount of like, simplicity or complexity. If you want more detail, it's this. I usually like come up with like a rough kind of like sketch of like their wall, and then like definitely put your watermark on everything, because there's been a few businesses, they'll take your like idea and then go to an artist to get it for cheaper. Yeah.
What?
That's rude.
That's so rude.
That's so rude. Yeah, no, definitely put your watermark on everything all the time. But yeah, no, I would approach businesses and be like, hey, I was looking at your wall. It looks pretty empty. And I was like wondering if you might be interested in, having a mural done. And I'll usually propose the idea if they can't really pay like the rough amount or like the ballpark range. I'm be like, oh, we can always like crowdfund, whether like GoFundMe or one of those other platforms to just kind of raise money.
The business will do their own GoFundMe for it?
In a sense, yeah. Or either like they'll...
They're like, come on, like, Aimee, do it. We can use the bathroom. Right?
we got benefits. We got quality here. Yeah, no.
Get you a cup of water, like, you'll be fine.
Or like I found that like it's helpful to like try and have some kind of compromise with the business. So like, not only are they getting your artwork, but then you also push for the fact like, oh, it's exposure. So like all my followers and people who drive by will be like, wow. And they'll be like, they'll see the business and they'll probably like, I feel like a lot of times it's like a lot of business owners asking other owners, like, who did your mural? Who did your walls? Who do I talk to do this? And you're like,
word of mouth recommendations.
Yeah, that's been another big thing for sure too, especially locally. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the age of social media that we're in, we tend to forget about word of mouth and local advertising and just like really feet on the ground, which if you think about it, social media is technically word of mouth. It's like digital words, but it's pretty much the same thing. If I share a post to you, that's word of mouth, right?
Right.
How important do you think social media is to what you do today? Like, could you do it without it?
Ooh. You could. It would just be extremely hard, extremely tough. Because then you're relying on your own marketing. Whereas if you're on social media, whether it's like Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, whatever have you, it's a lot easier to reach people, especially people who've never seen your stuff before. Not only just your followers, but new peeps. Yeah. No, I definitely recommend people like just at least having an Instagram of sorts. If they don't have a website, have an Instagram at least, and then make art, do art, make the posts. It's gotten into like this weird thing where you got to like fall into the algorithm and you got to do what pleases it to get seen more.
It's so annoying.
It's weird.
It's like you have to, I always talk shit about that because it feels like as a creative, you have to conform to these different rules to like be seen. It's like, bro, can I just make what I want to make? Like,
Right.
it's also interesting how different social media platforms are better for certain things. Like I did an episode with Stormy Blue, and she was telling me about how, I never really thought about it, but like TikTok, for example, is more for like a universal content that people can resonate with like all over the world, right? But Instagram is more for like locally centric stuff. Like if you're doing anything with like local businesses or like local artists, local creatives, Instagram is actually better for that. Like if Stormy, for example, posts a restaurant review of a restaurant in Norfolk, somebody in California is not going to care about that. They're not going to go to Norfolk to try that. So like local stuff does perform better and work better on Instagram.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely agreed. Yeah. Like that's entirely like, man. Yeah, you want to really like reach local first before trying to like just reach random people in other states. Definitely.
Yeah, people want to go viral to the world, which is cool, depending on what you do. But I think we often overlook the power of being big in your area. Like there's hundreds, maybe 1 million people. I don't know how many people live in the 757. Might be close to 1 million. That's 1 million fucking people that can be fans of your stuff.
Right? Even the people that come in and out for like military and everything, jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
We're very transient here. Yeah. No, you got to start small.
Transient, and it's like a melting pot of a lot of different people. A lot of different ideas, different backgrounds. Which is Hampton Roads estimated population of 1.8 million. Yeah.
What? Oh, snap.
I don't care what kind of business you have. If you have, that's 1.8 million potential customers for you right there. You don't have to go viral in the whole country.
Right.
You know?
You just be really big here.
You can be the biggest in Virginia and make a lot of money. And it depends on what you're doing. Usually if you get really big in your area, people from other areas will find out about you as well.
Right.
You know?
And they'll be willing to pay for like your lodging for you to do whatever you need to do if you need to do it there. Yeah.
Does like branding play a role in being a muralist? Like, you know, if you're like a DJ and you're a more known DJ and you have people that know you and will come out to your events, it makes sense. You'll get paid more. But like as a muralist, does your brand and how many followers you have or how big you are on social media, does that matter? Like, do people pay you more for that, or is it really just skill based?
Ooh. I feel like it's leaning more towards skill based for sure. It's all about like what your style looks like. Like, is it good? Is it thought out? Is it like, you know, depending on what the client wants or whatever you're trying to do with it. Yeah, no, you definitely want to like, I lost my train of thought.
Skill-based or popularity-based?
Oh, yes. Okay. No, definitely more skill-based for sure, but it doesn't hurt to get popular a little bit. I know with a couple of my gigs, it was because someone found me on Instagram, only because they're like, we noticed you have a lot of followers and it seems like you do work and you're not going to like take our money and run. I was like, no, never. And then they're like, you have the gig. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And yeah, no, it definitely helps to look more professional, more legit. Like you're not just some like spam bot on the internet, trying to get people's money if you have like some kind of following. But you honestly don't even need that at first. Your best followers are the people who know you. Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
So you're doing murals, commission work, which even on your Instagram, it says like your commissions are closed right now. Yeah. So like you're busy doing other things. What are you doing?
Ooh. So, okay. We're slowly transitioning out of the mural season. For me, that's like spring to like autumn. So now delving in deep, making more personal, smaller artworks on canvas. And we're hitting up the markets. We're hitting up the festivals. We're trying to give people an option to buy local, buy small. You want a gift for your homie? Buy it here maybe. I don't know. Starting to do more markets if I'm not doing murals. And then every now and then, like I'll have my commissions closed. But if someone personally reaches out to me and is like, hey, I got this job and this is the size. And like, what do you think? And I'm like, well, you know, I think I could squeeze that in. That's always on the table too, for sure.
So these events are what's taking up the most of your time right now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, last week we just had Lava Fest. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Really cool. Before that, we had Artist Block. I did Neptune Fest this year, which was really big, despite the rain. Yeah. No, if you can find the markets and the festivals that do really good or have like a good traction, that kind of like is also like good to, what is it they say? Have diversity in like your avenues for sure.
And these are just places like you'll just do like a pop-up ad and sell pieces?
Yeah. So we have one coming up November 29th. Actually, me and my homies, Super Comp Studios, are putting that one together in partner with Lava and the Annex. We're mostly going to be there during the day, like Small Business Saturday. That's what it is, to support small business. And then at night, I think there's going to be like a band there too. So it's like a twofer.
Okay.
But yeah.
I like the Annex. The Annex has good food too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And the beer is great. I'm like, yeah, definitely awesome.
I think they finally started selling liquor now.
No way.
I want to say that maybe it was just an event that I was at, but they had drinks in it. Like the first time I ever went there, they only had beer. And I was like, I don't really drink beer that much these days. Like I'm more of like, I'll get like a Tito's Red Bull.
Hey.
But when I came back for the second time, they had it there. I don't know if they have like, they get the license on certain nights or what it is, but
ooh, okay.
they had it.
That's cool to know. What? Okay.
I like the Annex. I like Assembly. I think Assembly is a really cool building.
Oh my gosh, the rooftop.
So I'm trying to actually, I'm in the early planning stages of this event that I want to do. So like, I don't know how long you've been tapped into Off-World, but I feel like what we mainly do is we do online stuff. So like we're like one of the people that are building our scene's online presence, right? With our skits, with our interviews, stuff like that, which I think is needed. And we want to keep continuing to do that. But I've been trying to figure out some way I can bring this energy to real life. And we have people doing all types of events already. So I don't want to just do like what everybody else is doing, because there are other people doing it and they're doing it well. Like you see the DJs, sets, performances, art markets, open mics. Like we have a lot of stuff in our scene. But for me, I want to do something that I'm calling it the Off-World Sessions. So like, I don't know if you know what Dreamville is, the music label. Yeah. It's J. Cole's label. So a few years ago, they had this thing called Dreamville Sessions, where they invited like a bunch of artists from all over, and they came to the studio and they had these collective sessions, and they worked on like a bunch of stuff through that time, right? I think it was like a few days span, maybe like a week. But so we want to do something similar, but with creatives from all mediums. So Off-World Sessions will be maybe at the Assembly. We're working on it right now to make that happen. But like it's just creatives from all mediums under one roof, just making stuff. And then we'll also have like accompanying that, we'll have some curated programming that's happening. We're shooting for doing it in January. So we'll see how it goes. But like I feel like it'll be great.
Oh my God, that sounds like that would go off with a hit. Hell yeah.
Hopefully. Oh. God willing. So we'll see. Like I said, it's still early planning stages, but like I think it will just inspire like camaraderie. And we're trying to get some like sponsors for it too. So like it could show artists that, or creatives that like politicians in the city and businesses in the city like care about you and are willing to support what you do. Awesome. I don't know. We'll see.
Dude. Oh no, that would be so rad. I feel like we just need, we need more things like that. More community, more creativity.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said earlier, finding your community. Like sometimes, like, you know, we're all looking for opportunities to make money, and I'm in that boat too. But like a lot of times, what we need is just like small things that keep us going, like a community, like other people that have similar visions, and you kind of feed off each other's energy. Like stuff like that will keep you going, even when like things aren't going how you want them to go. You're not making as much money as you want with your art or whatever it is. Like those small little wins like keep you going till you find out, like till you figure out like what that next step is.
Oh man, no, most definitely agreed. No, we need more third places and more creativity. Yeah.
Third places?
Third places.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, a third place is, it's not your home, it's not your work. It's another place, the third place, where you can go gather with your community. You can meet up with people, and it's like a really like cool chill spot. So a lot of people think about like cafes and things, or like just I wouldn't really say bars, just really somewhere where you can like sit and chill, and the vibes are cool, and like people can meet up, and it's a safe space.
Bars like that. The bar might be the fourth place.
Yeah.
You go after the third place.
You go to fourth place and you get fourth meal. And then
Yo, it's funny because I'm from Bosnia. You said you're from the Philippines?
yeah, I'm half Filipino.
Okay. Side note, there was just there was a lot of Filipinos at the bunker over the weekend. I went to the Social Supply Halloween party. That's where I was Wayne's World at. And it was some girl, Carmen maybe, I forgot her name, but she's from LA, I think. She's a Filipino DJ. And at one point in the party, she was like, yo, where are my Filipinos at? It was like 80 Filipinos, bro. Everybody's like, I'm like, damn, it's a lot of Filipinos in here. I'm like, what's going on? I forgot where I was going with that. What was I just saying? I literally forgot where I was going with that. The fourth, but now to say, so I'm from Bosnia, and in Bosnia, like coffee shops are a big thing. Like how people here will kind of go out and get a drink, like you might get some alcohol or something. Mm-hmm. It's very common just to go out during the day, go to a coffee shop and have some coffee and just talk. Oh. I feel like that culture is missing from a lot of America.
We would need more of those. That would be really cool. Because then that's how you really get to know the people who live with you or around you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking weak. What do you think about AI in the art space? 2025. A lot of new advancements in AI. I don't know if you've seen Sora. It's crazy.
It's wild.
I've been making a lot of stuff with it. I made my first Sora short film. I'll show you later if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about AI in the art space? I know a lot of artists are kind of mad at it. They feel like it'll take their jobs or, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, okay. That's a good topic. It's always like, yeah, everywhere. I feel like, okay, so if I had to think of AI, I feel like it could be a good thing to use as a tool, not as like the end all be all for sure. But it can also be a bad thing because then, yeah, it's like you're taking away jobs from creatives. For example, there's a few local businesses, not going to shout out who they are, but they'll be making flyers and you'll look at it and you're like, that's definitely AI. It's like the business that they were hiring artists beforehand to do the flyers. So there's a noticeable difference. And you're just like, oh, it's like, AI slop, gross. But when it comes to like using it as a tool, I feel like it could be beneficial to help artists or creatives to get a concept across and then like work based off of that or like from it. The idea of appropriation, right? So like if you have like an idea or you find it from somewhere or something else generates it, as long as you change it 70% into like your own original piece, then I think that's fine. But I am so not about artists just using AI as like, oh, I'm a digital artist. And then they'll just type up AI. The first thing on the prompt, boom, that's what it is. And then they post it and they're like, I made this. And I'm just like, with what effort? Like you just did this, what, like on the toilet? Like, okay, cool. Awesome. That's great that you knocked this out fast. But like, what else? What else could you do with your time? I don't know. It's really hit or miss, or it's like, it's really like, I don't know, almost kind of scary a little bit because then it's like there's a lot of data centers and a lot of like things being built just to be able to support AI and its capabilities. And then a lot of people call it like, oh, it's like harming the environment. You're like, well, what do we do here? Because we have like wetlands. And that's been an issue, I think, in Chesapeake because they're giving away part of the reserve for
a data center? I
think so, yeah, I want to say.
I saw something about that it pollutes nearby water in some way.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know how it works, though. Have you heard about this?
I would have to like read more into it. But yeah, no, the idea is just if it's taking away wetlands, it's like one of the things that we actually need here because we have a lot of flooding. We're very coastal.
Especially, you're from Norfolk, right?
Yeah.
Especially in Norfolk.
Oh my God.
Yo, the thing, it's not really too bad in Newport News, but like the saying in Newport News is like, if you want to get an insurance check for your car, just like park it in Norfolk sometimes when it's raining.
Oh my gosh. No.
Y'all have a really bad flooding problem out there, though.
It's intense. It's crazy. There's just a few apartments where you can't even park in a certain part of the lot or else you're going to be underwater.
Oh, here we go. Data centers can pollute water by contaminating it with chemicals used in cooling systems, by consuming large amounts of fresh water that are then removed from the local water supply and through indirect pollution for power generation. Okay.
Man.
Okay, so it sounds like they'll get fresh water from the nearby area that kind of just funnels through the data center to cool, and it probably goes back out to where it came from, but now it's contaminated by chemicals.
Filtering out.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely agree with, using tool as an AI or using AI as a tool, right? It's like, but then I'm also thinking about the other side. Like, I'm sure people have always had complaints like that. Like, imagine before, like there was like Pro Tools or like
Photoshop.
First, let's say we're talking about music. Before people had to play instruments in real life for music. So imagine those people when there's like Pro Tools now and all these computer programs where you can just tap a couple buttons and you have a beat. So they're probably like, that's not really making music. You're not really playing the music. So maybe it could be something similar in AI. I mean, I think as time evolves, technology makes it more accessible for people to express themselves creatively, right? And who are we to say how people should use this stuff? I think talent will still matter, even if like everybody can get on Instagram, make a post, make a video,
right?
But not everybody's content hits the same. Not everybody's content is the same. I don't know. I feel like it eventually is just going to come back down to the ideas. Let's say you can make a whole movie with prompts. Okay, anybody can do it. But what is setting these things apart? It's the storyline. It's the idea. It's still the ideas behind the AI, right?
Right.
I don't know. I think that will be more prevalent in the future when it becomes so accessible.
That'd be really curious. It'd be interesting to be able to like get a snapshot of like what it'll look like thousands of years from now.
Forget thousands. Just think of like 3 years ago, bro.
I mean, it's moving fast.
2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago when the first, like the way they measure the capability, at least of like the generative AI, is the Will Smith eating spaghetti. Have you heard about this?
Yes.
So like 2 years ago, it's this crude image of Will Smith. Like you could barely tell it's him. It just looks shitty. Just 2 years later, it's like unrecognizable. Like you can't tell it's not real.
Oh.
So now imagine in 2 years from now, 5 years from now, like what I've been saying is like, I haven't seen anybody talking about this. I think where AI is leading us is, let's say Netflix, right? Netflix makes a movie. Netflix incorporates some type of AI generation into their system where when Netflix makes a movie, you put in an image of yourself and now you're the main character of the movie.
Oh, snap.
It's the same movie that the producers made, but your face is everywhere where the main character is. So like it could be personalized movies.
Whoa.
I think that'd be cool.
That would be trippy for sure. Whoa.
It's like a movie with like about a friend group and like you put yourself and all your friends in it and now it's like it's still the same movie, but it's just y'all in it.
That would be really interesting to see. It'd be curious, yeah, to see how people take it, how far people will go with it, for sure. Oh.
So you're not using it in any capacity right now?
If I had to say, I might be using a little bit of ChatGPT to help make my statements sound less dumb. I'm like very terrible at talking, very terrible at writing.
I think you're doing great at talking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that means a lot to me. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm more like visual, but like when it comes to like trying to get my idea into your idea, I'm just like, words. Why does pineapple hurt my mouth? I don't know. Weird.
The word pineapple? Oh, or the actual pineapple.
Or just like asking questions and talking in general.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I use that just to be like, fix all my grammar mistakes. Be like, yes, awesome, stoked. But that's about it, really. Yeah. How about you?
I use Grok most of the time instead of ChatGPT.
Oh.
It's like similar ChatGPT. It's like, but it's made by X, formerly known as Twitter. But I'll just ask it questions for certain stuff. I don't use it too extensively. I just saw this post earlier. It was like this professor. It was like a bunch of his students were using ChatGPT for their papers, and then he caught them, and then they all used ChatGPT for their apology letters. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
There's levels.
There's levels to this shit, bro. We got to finesse.
Oh my gosh.
I guess also while we're talking about AI, I really wanted to touch on this. Have you seen Timbaland's AI artist Tata?
No, I haven't seen it, but people are talking about it. What's that?
So
about?
he was getting a lot of backlash for this AI artist that he created named Tata. And in the beginning, I didn't think it would work. Not necessarily just because I was against AI or even doing that. I just literally didn't think like it would work. Like I don't think fans would resonate with an AI artist. But over the weekend, he dropped some videos of him like in real life with this artist Tata and what's the aliens guy's name? Space God? Pull up those videos, bro. It was videos of Timbaland and Space God and Tata in real life. So now it's like getting everybody questioning, like, is this a real girl or not? Like, what's happening? And it may have been a real girl this whole time, but he rolled it out as this AI artist for like publicity. Oh. And which worked. It got everybody talking about her. Go to Timbaland's Instagram, bro. There's a video of him and her and the Space God dude. Like it literally, like I don't know if they're generating her somehow. Go down. Go. Yep. Look, is it Space God? So it's Tata, Space God, and Timbaland walking through a parking lot, and at this point, I'm confused. Like, is she AI? Is she a real girl? I don't know what's going on. She's a human. Well, she looks just like her.
She's where they drew inspiration for the look, and she's going to be the physical.
Oh, so she's there in the space.
So that's not actually her.
She's not making the music, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
She's there to sing
That,
music.
that's too much. That just sounds complicated.
But that's once again giving people the freedom to be able to perform, even if they're not performing as you would think.
I guess. I don't know.
That's wild though. Like
this alien beat. Like, have you seen this guy? He's like this alien from Atlanta. He just sounds like an Atlanta guy. It's hilarious.
That's wild.
Okay, so we're talking about AI. You're doing murals. Your commissions are closed right now. You're focusing on these events. Yeah. I saw you just did a mural at a skate park in Virginia Beach. I wrote it down. It's Brigadoon? Is that how you say it?
Brigadoon Pines Park.
So was that a brand new park or was that a reopening?
Oh, so honestly, that park was there since I was in high school. And that was like a decade ago, more than that. We used to call it Blue Park. It used to be blue. But yeah, no, Brigadoon Pines Park.
Wait, was it the blue all metal park?
Yeah.
I've skated there.
Wait, really?
It's like everything is metal.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was like a half pipe. That had a bunch. It wasn't that big.
Wait, a half pipe?
It was a little half pipe there.
Oh, you might be thinking of a different park. That one I feel like.
Type in skate parks in Virginia Beach.
You thinking about Woodstock, maybe?
Maybe. But okay, I didn't mean to cut the story off.
Oh, no.
So it was open since you were in high school?
Yeah, no, that park has always been there. And I guess the neighborhood council has always been trying to like fix up all the little things, including the parks. They all look different now. They got better equipment. That's cool. Different colors. Can't really recognize them. But this one has this really cool pump skate track. And it was looking a bit rough. The colors on it it was like blue at first, and then it just started to like fade and crack. And so they had issues because the fellow kids were just kind of like vandalizing it, Sharpies, whatever. Not so much graffiti, just marking it. And they're like, we have to stop this. And they're like, public art. And then it kind of worked out because from a previous job, I knew one of the council members and she was like, hey, would you be able to like paint this? And I was like, oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, let's go for it. And it kind of just worked out.
Yeah, pull that up here. It's Brigadoon, Brigadoon.
Pines Park. Yeah. There's multiple parks, so it's like specifically.
That one?
That guy. Yeah, he used to look like that.
Oh, that's not the one I'm talking about then.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I'm talking about a different one.
Ah.
Yeah. It might have been Chesapeake or something. Okay.
There is another one in Chesapeake too. Yeah, another skate park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woodland? Let me see what that one looks like. That might be. It was like all blue and everything was metal. Like all the ramps and stuff were metal, which actually sucked in the summertime because everything's super hot.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, why did y'all do this?
You like second-degree burns?
Go to that one. Is it that one? It might have been a Hampton. See, maybe I'm just getting my cities confused. It might have been a Hampton.
We should just fuse all the cities together into one city with different sections.
Honestly, that's how I feel about it. I feel about the 757 like it's New York City and we're all like boroughs.
Yes.
Like in my head, it's all kind of one thing.
No, that's exactly it. We talk about this all the time. Like you go to one gig to another gig or to events and you meet up with homies and you're just like, hey, what's up? Different personality of like a place, but it's like, it feels like home. Everywhere feels like home.
You know how I judge the difference between like local populations where I go? How average like people that work at gas stations sound. So
No
like
way.
if you go to like New York to a random gas station in New York, like you'll hear the accent of the employee that's working at the gas station and like how they're acting and their mannerisms. Now you can kind of set different parts of the country apart like that. But if you go anywhere in the 757, you can't really tell. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. No, I feel like you start to tell when you start getting into North Carolina because then people start talking really fast with a twang.
With a little twang on it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fire to do a skate park though. We just had we had a owner of a Hard Time skate shop on recently. I don't know if you know about them.
Oh, I heard of them.
It's a skate shop out of Norfolk that actually like I think he said they flooded out 3 times.
Oh my
And
God.
like ended up reopening, which is just like insane. They kept opening in different locations.
Oh, okay. I was like the same one.
Yeah, that was different locations.
Damn.
But yeah, skateboarding was like a big part of my life early on. So like I'm still kind of into it.
Hey, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good workout. Bless.
Did you ever skate?
Used to cruise, but then I had to sell my board.
You should have a longboard or a skateboard?
Both.
Okay. Come on. So you're doing all these events and stuff. I guess, like, what are some maybe aspirations or things you haven't done yet that you want to do in the future with your art? Like, what are some stuff you're like working towards?
Ooh, I feel like really just, I don't know. It's very simple, honestly. I don't know, just being able to support myself and then being to just try and connect the community as best as possible. Get everybody talking to everybody. Everybody knows everybody. Because then that just like, that builds like trust and respect and like kind of like credibility within the community. If someone says this, then you're like, oh, yeah, watch out for that. Like that's going to be a bad thing down the line. I feel like I've been working, so I kind of started this small little group called 757 Create. On Instagram, it's like 757_create. But we've just been trying to like that. The whole part of like starting that, I started as a group chat, and now we've grown into like having a website and like having like more of like a Discord, like or like a following of people. And it was all really just to share like opportunities. So like anytime I'll get a gig and I can't take it, I'll just throw it into a group and be like, hey, this is open. Hit up this person. Here's their contact. Or like vice versa. If I see something, I'm like, oh, a market like that's looking for vendors, put it in the group chat. Kind of like for the horde kind of feel. You're like, bring it back to the group. We've been trying to put together more exhibitions. We just did Neon Fest in the back of Zeke's NFK.
Is that the Lunatique thing?
Hell yeah, Lunatique.
How was that?
Oh my gosh. Everything was black and white. It was inspired by a Parisian cemetery. So very like spooky, very chill. And the idea was that because Neon Fest was like moving and grooving, it's all DJs, it's all like loud and colorful. We wanted Lunatique to be more of like a chill kind of spot for you to like recharge your batteries, grab some drinks, and then head back on out. We had like a tarot reader. We had, Karina was doing henna with Ellen, Mushroom Queen for sure. And then we had one of our peeps selling mojo bags and oils, and we supplied the music by Lover Ghost, which was really cool. They created like this like it hasn't been released yet, but it was kind of like a sneak peek of their like demos and like transitions and experimental like ambient music. It was really cool, really spooky. Yeah. And then it was really a great event. I'm just so glad it didn't rain. God damn.
Yeah, I was out there that night. I was at Neon Fest last year too, at Commune when they did the party.
Yeah.
This year I was out there. I stopped by my friend Batman. He did like a showcase. Forgot what the place is. It Glow Bar, the Glow Juice Bar?
Yeah.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. Then I stopped by Commune at the end for like a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Saw Ariana. Yeah, Neon Fest is pretty cool. It seems like Karina can't get away from these fires.
Oh my god.
What is going on with her?
Did you hear about her car?
That's what I'm saying. Her tattoo shop burns down, and then her car catches on fire, bro. I don't know if you saw that. Her car caught on fire and burnt all her stuff again. I'm like, what is going on?
That was so wild. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Bless. The tattoo shop was so crazy. I was like, what what happened? It was like, there were so many things happening at that time on top of that. And then it was just like, and fire. And then, well, like, I want to say like weeks later, yeah, it was her vehicle. She was like coming back from a gig somewhere. And then she was like, yeah. And then it started to smoke. And I was like, and then she's like, luckily I got out in time. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, we had her on the podcast maybe like a couple weeks after the shop fire. So I was already like, yo, that's crazy. And then like after the pod comes out a couple weeks after that, I'm like, damn, her car? Like, what's about to happen next? Like, she's gonna catch on fire?
Oh my gosh.
She's just walking down the street, gets hit by lightning, catches on fire.
Hopefully
God
not.
forbid. That's crazy.
I don't know.
I didn't even want to end it on that because it's a crazy note. Aimee, thank you. Is there anything else you want to touch on or leave the people with?
Ooh, yes. First and foremost, feel free to check out our event at the Annex, November 29th. Check out 757 Create. Stay positive. Keep creating. And be good to each other. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Come on.